Hello everyone, the Shadow Key Pony here, and I'm back with another reaction video. Now, as you can see right here, this is not on my PC or laptop. I was going to record it on my laptop, but the audio, there was nothing wrong with the video that I was trying to react to, audio. But it was my mic's audio, so you couldn't hear my voice that much. So I decided to do it on my iPad instead. So yeah, today I'm going to be reacting to my opinion about MLPG5, and this is from my friend Twilight Dash, who I have mentioned and reacted to his videos in the past. I think one of them, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong on that, but I think it was, yeah. So yeah, also before I start the video, guys, Twilight Dash, as well as me, because he does mention that I also made a video on Generation 5. So yeah, so me and Twilight Dash are not here to hate on you guys for liking the fifth generation of My Little Pony. Everyone has their own favourite shows that they like, and yeah, so I just wanna say that before I started the video. So yeah. So without further ado, let's get into the video. In 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Hey guys, it's me, the Twilight Dash.
Hello.
And just like the Key Pony, I'm going to do a G5 video as well, but I'm gonna do mine for maybe 10 minutes maybe, because I don't know. I don't really want to say much about G5 that much.
Yeah, don't worry, mate.
But,
You're not really missing much. And also the reason why my video, my Generation 5 video was about, how long was it? I forgot the time limit of the video. My forgot the time limit of the video. I think it was around 20 something. Yeah, 20 minutes and 30 hours or seconds or something. So yeah, the reason why it was 20 minutes is because I think I was talking about the basically going in more in depth with the show, if you know what I mean. So yeah, because I was talking about, yeah, so I'm not gonna go over. I don't want to confuse myself, but yeah, so I was more in depth about it. So yeah, sorry if I'm stuttering a lot, guys. It's,
let's get right into it. So I'm just gonna be honest here. G5 has been a total letdown in my opinion.
Yeah, it has.
After the movie dropped back in 2021, I believe. And
yeah.
here's the thing about G5. I'm not a fan of the CGI that much, honestly.
I feel like the CGI is alright, but I can kind of see why people, don't really like, CGI animations that much, is because they don't really pull off the same animated expressions, like the funny ones. um, like the funny faces and whatnot. So yeah, I can see why people don't like CGI, but I do like CGI animation. But yeah,
Because it's not that the CGI looks horrible and anything. It's just that
no.
it's too realistic in my opinion. That's all.
Well, yeah, I guess
And the
so.
animation itself is alright, I guess sometimes.
Yeah.
But yeah, after the movie, it just doesn't feel the same. That's all.
Mm.
And
Yeah.
even with the appearance of Twilight Sparkle as a hologram, it doesn't change
Yeah.
the fact that the story itself is just, well, it's not shit. First of all, it's
Well,
not a shit story, I would say, but it's just
it kind of is a little bit, like, because I mean the movie's plot line was all right, but but yeah, yeah, I guess so. I don't know.
it's not a good story. That's all.
Mm.
And yeah, from what Keith only said about everyone not listening to Zip, who's
Mm.
trying to tell them that Misty's a spy or something, or
Mm.
Opaline's a threat. I do agree that it's kind of stupid how,
Well,
how they don't believe her or something.
yeah. Well, it's mostly they
I
didn't.
also don't like.
Well, it's mostly because they didn't believe. They didn't really believe Zip about the Twilight thing. Uh, that was like the whole thing. With Zip and Pip. Well, sorry, yeah. Well, yeah. Zip and her friends not believing what she's saying and what Twilight is saying, basically, because they just ignore Zip and say, "Oh wait, this thing may be important. Let's just ignore it." You know what I mean? So yeah,
Like how I don't also don't get too like, why is it in chapters though?
yeah,
That's
that's
what I
what
don't
I
get.
was thinking because, like, though I don't. He's gonna say this in a minute, but actually, yeah, I'm gonna save that. But that's what I was thinking. Like, th- there's no reason for this to be into chapters. Like you could still, keep doing like it in seasons rather than in chapters. Like, if you're going to do it in chapters, at least don't separate the episodes from each other, because, well, I wouldn't say separate, but kind of like spread out, if you know what I mean. Like, in some of the chapters, you have like what episodes, chapter 1 to 7 or something, or I can't remember how many episodes um there are in each chapter, but there is like a small amount of episodes in the chapters. like like some of the stuff that were in like um chapter 2 or chapter 3, not chapter 3, sorry, chapter 4, um could have been in chapter 1. Like, mostly the like Opaline and Misty episodes, and that's about it. But they don't do that, so yeah, I don't know why they didn't do that.
This is why I don't like Netflix sometimes, in my opinion,
Well, okay, so this is where
is that Netflix doesn't seem to understand that
well
instead of making us wait like
well
3+ months for a
I
for a
mean,
new spin-off series and whatnot, you don't how do I explain it? Like, the thing in Netflix is that like they don't seem to realize that, like the longer they take to like stream something,
Yeah.
right? The more we want to not watch it for some reason.
Yeah. But I
So
wouldn't.
like for instance, I'm gonna bring this up again, but Power Rangers Cosmic Fury
Mm,
isn't out until September, which is in 2 months' time.
okay.
And and throughout this year, like I haven't been watching Power Rangers that much lately. Like I've been
Oh,
watching
yeah.
Super
I think I
Sentai,
remember you telling me that.
and right now I'm currently watching like
I
Q
think unless I'm
Ranger.
false remembering.
But yeah, it's just this is what I don't like on Netflix sometimes. It's just that they take like too long to like like release something, and by the
Yeah,
time they release,
but I wouldn't necessarily say it's Netflix's fault because um, I think Netflix does have that history where they've kind of, not released the show for a long time or whatever, and they have to wait until then. But I wouldn't necessarily blame Netflix necessarily because, at least when it comes to MLP, because it's basically Hasbro and I think so it's Hasbro. Hasbro's the company who owns MLP. It's most likely the people that is involved with the planning of MLP that decide whether they want it to be in chapters or not. I think I'm not really a TV show or like a business. Like I don't work in the TV business or whatever, but I think it is Hasbro, or rather who Hasbro, like basically the animation team or something. I don't know, that are doing the whole chapter thing, but I'm not too sure. Like I said, I'm not really a business person, so I don't know. So, but yeah, I wouldn't necessarily blame it all on Netflix, unless Netflix is behind it, some like in behind the scenes or something. Sorry if I keep struggling today, guys. It's an odd day on the iPad. But but yeah, I wouldn't necessarily blame Netflix unless they're behind the scenes, telling Hasbro, oh, we need this in chapters or whatnot. So yeah.
people don't really want to watch it that much, I think,
Mm,
or I feel like. And I also don't like with G5 is the whole story story as well, because I don't know,
yeah.
really. It's just that like back back when the movie dropped,
Yeah.
and we had the like Unity Crystal thing. I didn't mind the story. It was
Yeah.
good. Like it was an
I
actual
mean,
story.
it was all right.
After that, it's just I don't know. It's just Sunny and the gang messing around
Mm.
and dealing with minor issues until
Yeah,
like
kind of
chapter 4.
similar
I
to
get
Slice of Life. But the only reason why that worked in Friendship is Magic was because it wasn't really done before. So, um, so yeah, that's the reason why. So I don't. So yeah, like yeah, but it doesn't really work in Generation 5 here because the characters don't really do something. So yeah, sorry, I said um oh, sorry, that's my cat um Yakitori there. But yeah, so the characters don't really do anything throughout the entire chapter and episodes. It's ridiculous.
where they actually have to fight Opaline at the
Hmm.
end, but then she's still alive sadly.
Yeah, in the
and
chapter
now
4, she got defeated.
spoiler alert, guys. But at the end of chapter 4, she basically said that she needs more dragon fire to basically become stronger now, and there's gonna be more dragons in chapter 5 and 6, I believe.
Yeah,
but
possibly. I don't know.
That's what I don't like sometimes about. But that's what I don't like about G5. Honestly,
yeah,
it's not a good continuation of G4 at all. And plus,
yeah, I agree.
It's set in a modern day setting too.
Yeah.
Just like what the Key Pony said, like the thing about modern day settings is that they're not very, what's the word, appealing or something.
Well, I wouldn't say appealing. It's just that the writers themselves, they just make the silliest. Sometimes they just make the silliest decisions, and the writing is just really off and just not as great as other shows, or at least other great shows out there. So yeah, because as I said before, there do exist, great modern day shows out there. As I said before, take a look at the classic Ben 10 from the early 2000s, or I think you said, Twilight Dash, that it was 2000 and man, I've got to search this up now. Yeah, I've got to search this up now. Man, I never thought I'd be forgetting the wait, when was this? Okay, so there it is. Yeah, 2005. So that would be the early 2000s of 2005. But yeah, so the classic Ben 10 from 2005, that was a great show back in the day, and show so was Optimus, not Optimus Prime, so was Transformers Prime, and the Spectacular Spider-Man, and the good shows, and now that's all flushed down the toilet or something. So yeah, so there do exist great shows out there, if you know where you're looking, but yeah, so
here's the thing with G5, or sorry, G4, my bad. It made sense because it was back in the early 2010s, and back then we didn't have, and keep in mind, back in the early 10s we didn't have iPhones, or
we did, but
we didn't have iPhone 10s back then.
Yeah,
we didn't have any of that shits back then.
Oh yeah, because we were on the iPhone 5 and 7, I think.
I don't know. I'm trying to think of an example here, but you get what I mean. Back in early 10s, back in early 2010, sorry about that. We didn't have the shit that we have right now.
Yeah.
So yeah, the fact that something from the early 2010s is better than something from 2021, just proves how, it just proves how something older is better than something newer, in my opinion.
And it also, shows how, lazy writers are today. Most of the writers today, sometimes they just don't really care about the shows that they're making. Especially stuff like movies as well. So yeah, just shows how bad things have become now. And yeah, so I'm trying to think of something else, but I can't really think of anything else. So Uh, yeah.
But yeah, G5 is honestly a disappointment. I'm sorry.
Mm, yeah.
I honestly get what Cleo meant in her video called G5 is ending, I think.
Yeah. By the way, he's talking about a YouTuber called MLP Fever, um, who is a MLP YouTuber. Well, she does do MLP content, but she does do like LPS videos as well, um, and also like some toy reviews. They're mostly MLP though, I think. So yeah. So yeah. Also, please don't go after MLP Fever uh, as well. So I just want to put that there as well, just in case if people are going down to her channel and like saying, "Oh, why did you do this and all this stuff?" Like, please don't go down to her channel and start, causing problems. So yeah, just want to say that as well.
But yeah, that's all I want to say really. I'm trying not to make this video like too long because it
Yeah,
just that
you haven't missed
I don't want to
much,
spend 20 minutes
so
like the key pony. But
yeah,
yeah,
because as I said before, the reason why my MLP Generation 5 video was 20 minutes was because, I was going in depth with the show, so yeah.
I'm gonna say again, like G5's a total like a disappointment after the
Yeah.
movie. And I see why people are making more G4 content than G5 because
Yeah, because there's a
like
lot
G5
more.
doesn't have the same energy and
Well,
things as like G4 did originally.
yeah, basically it doesn't, it doesn't have that same magic that the fourth generation did. So, yeah, and I feel like there's a lot more with Generation 4 than the fifth generation, uh, in my opinion, because, you know, there's a lot more lore and mystery and, you know, in like the series if you actually watch it, like, so, yeah.
But yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.
Goodbye, Twilight Dash. So yeah, that was my reaction on my friend Twilight Dash's opinion on the My Little Pony Generation 5 TV. Well, I wouldn't say TV show, Netflix series. Um, so yeah, the video's good. So yeah, like I said, Twilight Dash, you're not really missing much, because the whole reason why I've said this, I've said this twice I think now, but the only reason why my video was like 20 minutes was because I was going in depth. Um, so yeah, and I wasn't really expecting it to be 20 minutes. I was expecting it to be kind of similar to your video, like 7 minutes. But yeah, I just hope that I think My Little Pony Generation 5. I was gonna say Generation 4 then, but I think My Little Pony Generation 5 is getting a little bit better because of the fourth chapter. Um, but I don't know. I think they could probably be doing the whole. Um, I don't know what's going to go on with Generation 5 anymore. Um, but yeah. So yeah. So thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Ring the bell if you really want to, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye, everybody.